All right, so this is LMK Talks with Ramond, and we're just gonna chop it up for a quick second. No like interview, question on question, none of that. And so Ramond, he is here.
Yeah. What's going on?
And yeah, so we're about to talk about this Black Sands album.
Okay.
So going into like creating. Like, first of all, my mind is just blown. Like, how do you even articulate a fire verse on, like, a cartoon? You know what I'm saying? Like, not only that, but, like, as, like, an artist, like, it's hard to even just write in general, just about general stuff. But you're putting yourself into someone else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, but it's a cartoon, so you don't really know how it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't firsthand lived it.
Now, this project was cool for me because it was different in that sense. It's like usually when I create music, it's kind of like from a place of things that I've felt, I know, that I've seen, you know what I mean? But I felt like with music, you start, especially with rap, when you put in so much time writing, you begin to be able to write about whatever you want to write about. But this project was unique because it took a lot of research, even knowing the characters and knowing the history of what the story is actually about. You know what I mean? So it definitely took some research, but to put that back down into music form, that wasn't as hard as it probably should have been. You know what I mean? I knew what I was trying to get across. I knew what I was trying to say. I just had to know what the story was to do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that probably was the longest part to me, was just fully understanding the story, but fully understanding it, not just kind of like lightly looking at the book. I read that thing from front to back a couple times to just make sure I knew what I was talking about. But I think when you know how, it's like when you know how to play basketball, you can play anywhere.
Yeah.
I knew how to put songs together and rap, so this was just a new challenge on where to do it.
Muscle memory. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay. I will say, though, I have to give you your props. So these are my 3 favorite songs, and I'm going to tell you why. So
okay.
My first one, Rain, is probably like my favorite, you know, just chilling in the car.
Yeah,
driving.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or not even that, but like I could see myself, like, let's say it's snowing outside and it's a snowed in day. You know what I'm saying? Let me tap in with that, you know? But so that's one, and then 2, I'd probably have to say, like, producing wise, as far as, you know, like the beat goes.
Production.
Dang, what's the one? It was the one with T, and she was like, "What is this?"
Oh, See the World Burn.
See the World Burn. Yeah, that one.
It's a ridiculous one. I love that one a lot because it's when I was going through beats, and you know, Beats Denver, he actually produced that one, but it was dope because when he sent me like a pack of beats, when I told him that, he sent me a whole bunch of stuff. And I was going through and I heard that one, and it felt like a little bit like Egyptian, but like really hard and bouncy. And I was just like, it was so dope to me because it was a beat that I might have never picked on the solo project, but I wanted to be able to create something outside of myself. So I love that one, man. You know, the energy is its own thing. I don't, you know, it's hard to. He told me his beats are real cinematic, so it's hard sometimes to place them with artists because they don't know what to actually create to it. Yeah. You know, but I think that song just worked perfect with that. You know what I mean? That beat, that production.
Yeah, man, and I think that was really, like, I could definitely see that being like a villain song.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Like, I just want to just see everything destroyed.
And what's tight about it is the song is about basically the Spartans, and the Spartans was like a real strong civilization back then, and they basically were just tearing shit down. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see the world burn. So I picture them coming through the city, people scared, and they just coming through the city, just tearing it down. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I mean? Not caring about who's in the way or who said what, it's like, you know, it's a little too late for all that innocent bystander stuff. You know, either you was with us or you against us, and you already chose. So it's just going down when we come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah. And then also to complement with that, Gladiators, kind of like the hero song.
Yeah.
I personally like that one just because I think that was your most fire verse.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, like just your presence on being on that song. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was the most far out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. You know, a lot of my music is real mellow.
Yeah.
So that one I definitely took the energy to
Yeah.
a new level. You know what I mean? That I actually never probably hit before ever. And I knew when I was writing it that it had to be at that level.
Yeah.
Or else it wouldn't work. You know. So I think that one came out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. But I will say I am tied with Rain and Brightside. Like, those two, because like Rain is more of a like.
It's a beautiful record.
Yeah, I will say that.
It's a beautiful record, man. Shout out to Kid Astronaut, man. He you know, he embodied that record the way I needed it done. Like, it's perfect, you know.
Yeah. But I don't know, like I just really like it in the aspect of like you could really relate to what they're saying, you know what I mean? Like there's just gonna be those times where you just going through it and you know what I mean? Like it happens to everybody, you know? Yeah. And yeah, like I could definitely relate. But then like the Bright Side one, and I think a lot of people don't have that point of view.
Yeah. And that's I think that might mess around and be my favorite for that reason. It's like a song that if you felt like you was down or, you know, that something was going on in your life, I truly believe that there's a pro in every con. You know, so if you look at the bright side of every situation, I know there was a line in it where I said, I know that music that you making up in your grandmama's basement might not ever win a Grammy, but at least you got a granny. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole setup was talking about like, okay, you know, you in there mad that the song you made in your grandma's basement ain't going as far as you want, but you're not looking at you got a granny. You in your grandma's basement, you got a grandma. Some people don't. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to kind of create a song that just kind of stress to everybody that everything that we do that you feel like it's a negative, there's a positive part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of people when they think about what they're trying to do in life, they try to skip to the destination without going through the steps.
Yeah.
You know, and all the steps might feel like losses, but those are the steps to get up there. They hard. They, you know, makes you stronger when you get to the top, though. You know, all the stuff that you've learned is so you can apply it later. So, now I love that song. I think that the message is strong in that one. And what's cool about that one, I think it's dope for the project, but it's one of those ones that could stand outside of the project and just be its own record. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's like a song I think that would have been on my album. Some songs are good for this album, but it wouldn't have been on my personal one. Yeah. That one probably would have.
Yeah, I could.
You know,
I could definitely.
You know. So.
How you say this? For you, like, do you see yourself like kind of going through like those steps as far as like, I guess like the struggle of kind of finding that happiness in success.
That's a fire question. First off, you know what I'm saying. And I think a lot of people, where a lot of people lose is that they're looking for that happiness in these successes, but that's not where it is. You know what I mean? That's not these material things or material like tangible goals are not the success. And plus, I think to be truly successful, you have to keep resetting your goals. Yeah. So if you knock one off, I think it's only right I don't think you should knock goals off and then chill. You know, but I do think along the way, a lot of times what I like to do is just reflect. I like to understand the moment that I'm in, understand what's going on around me, and then just, really tap into the time when I thought this wasn't possible. wherever I'm at now. So it's cool that you asked that because there's a lot of dope things that's going on in my life and music career that I probably could have only dreamed about. You know what I mean? And now, while they're happening, I am resetting goals. Like, what's next? You know?
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes. But I think what I'm trying to make sure that I do is stay connected and grounded with my people, keep my focus on appreciating where I'm at, where I'm going, where I came from, everybody I'm around, to just make sure that I stay happy along the way. And not forget that the main thing is that I love to do music because what it does for me, and to keep that as the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah, beware Endocles, the leader of the Spartans, known for rallying the world's men to fight against the Titans. Down in Athens and Manoa, they don't know which side to side with, but the Spartans want to crush anybody who isn't riding.